So now we'll move on to our standard match reviews then. So, Shivam, you guys play Aston Villa at home on the Saturday. Give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
Last time out, we beat them 3-0. Patrick Bamford, hat-trick. Great win. I think we can do the same again. They have no Matty Cash, no Jack Grealish. And obviously we saw, well, if any one of you saw the game, Villa game the other day, they just weren't at it. When they haven't got Grealish, they're not the same. Watkins, lacked a bit. I mean, he still played quite well, but I think he lacks something when there's no Grealish there, and the team sort of falls apart. And again, defensively, there was no Matty Cash, who's another big player in their team. You actually realise when you see these players out how much it affects the team.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have players out as well, but we've still been getting the results despite having these players out. So we've still got Phillips out, Rodrigo out, Llorente out, Robin Koch out. There's a lot of players out, but we've still managed to get wins against big clubs. And Villa are not a team that really fazes us. I mean, I think since Dean Smith's been Villa manager and the last time we played Brentford, we've beat all of his teams. And I've actually been to a few of them games. And they've just been like hammering results, especially the Villa ones. So yeah, they have a great team. We have a strong team, but I don't see why we can't win this time. I mean, it should be easier, seeing as the fact they don't have Jack Grealish. I mean, he's the only player that for Villa that you can sort of get scared of.
Yeah.
So especially that, and not having Matty Cash, we could do it. We just play. Llorente played really well against Southampton the other day. I mean, he's had a really bad season. Well, not bad, but unlucky in the sense that he's only played like 90 minutes, and that was against Chelsea, where he got booed by fans the entire time.
Yeah.
And since then, he hasn't really played. And if he's played, he's been taken off injured. But in the Southampton game, we played him as a CDM and then brought him back to centre back, and he did really well. So if we do use him against Villa and utilise him against players like Watkins or McGinn, I think he'll do really well in that central position. So I don't think we'll have any problems facing Villa. I mean, we're used to, them type of games are the games that Leeds are going to win. If they had Grealish, maybe it'd be a different story. There might be a draw, or there might be a Villa win, But I can't see it happening if you don't have these two vital players that Villa, utilize and they rely on so much. So for us, I think it should be a good easy 3 points. And if it's not, then I don't know what could go wrong. But then that'd be another thing for us to look at.
What's the score prediction, man, for the game?
Score prediction. I think Rafinha has been on top form. So has Bamford. So has Dallas. They were the 3 goal scorers that scored last time out against Southampton. So, and I don't know if Watkins, like I said, is gonna be able to do much against our defense, despite the fact that our defense isn't the best in the league. I'd say a 3-1 Leeds. I think Watkins might get a goal, maybe probably an early goal, maybe a goal that will be so early in the game that it's not something we want. But I think them early goals actually sort of help our team at half time to during Bielsa's team talk through the translators, obviously push the team forward and grind out a win. So I think if they score first, it'll be good for us in a funny sort of way. If not, I'll take the 3 points regardless. But I think it will end 3-1 Leeds.
No, fair enough, man. No, thanks for that. We'll go on to Nundu next then. You guys have 2 games, I believe. So you play Burnley at home and then you play Fulham away on the Thursday. What?
He's checking the fish.
It's
baffled.
Just one game.
He had plans for Thursday. He thought there was no games.
Yeah, plans for
Thursday.
my
1 game week.
Huh? No. We got we're doing both in it because it's but when we're recording and stuff in it. But yeah, you got Tottenham, not Tottenham. You got Burnley at home and then you play Fulham away. Is he frozen?
He's gone. Yeah, his Thursday plans are on now.
Kunal, we'll go to you. Oh wait, he's back. Okay.
He's back. Yeah. He's back.
You're on mute, by the way, bro.
You're mute, by the way. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As I was saying, you guys play Burnley on Sunday. Then you play Fulham away. So give me your thoughts on both games, bro, and your score prediction.
So we're playing Burnley at home, so should be going into the game with a strong lineup, considering that Kane, Son, Reguilon, all of them were on the bench last game, and they didn't feature into the game as well. So hopefully we go into the home game with the strongest lineup possible.
Yeah.
Hopefully we carry on the momentum going on from the West Ham game performance-wise. Hopefully more clinical going forward from Kane and Son, because I don't think that was clinical enough in the West Ham game where we possibly should have won if we took our chances properly. So yeah, I'm going for a 2-1 victory. I'm not trusting the defense at all.
Which game? For both games, yeah.
For the Burnley game at home, Fulham.
No, fair enough, yeah.
Fulham game, I'm probably going to say the same thing. We might go with our strong lineup as well. I'm not really sure how Fulham are playing at the moment. I don't really follow
They're
them.
doing well, to be fair. Like I think they've literally 3 points off Newcastle, so they've actually hit some decent form. But yeah, no, thanks for that. Anyway, any other thoughts on Spurs then, or before we move on?
Don't want to say much on my club anymore.
Fair enough. And then couldn't I ask you first then? So we've got big clash on Sunday, Chelsea v Manchester United, and then you guys have a midweek game against Crystal Palace away on the Wednesday. So give me your thoughts on obviously the big game first.
We have a lot of difficult games coming up. So, like you just mentioned, we have a game against Chelsea. Then we face, I guess, you just mentioned Crystal Palace, and then we have a game against City. Then we play West Ham, and then we play Leicester. So that's a quite tough run if you look at it on paper. Crystal Palace would be an easier game. So I'll get into that later, because Chelsea is a big game for us, a top 6 clash, and a really vital game for both teams, because Chelsea are looking to get into the top 4 and United are trying to close the gap on City, even though City are in great form, and I don't think anybody will be able to catch them this season. But like Ollie said, we are not giving up and we're trying to catch them. I'm not saying by any means that United are going for the league this season or trying to basically overtake City in the points table. They are trying to do so, but then they won't do so. I don't think they will. But a massive game for both teams, and just the way that Chelsea beat Atletico and they played really well, I think that Chelsea could hurt us. But I think that
I hope so.
Just because, Chelsea could hurt us and they could score a few goals. And just because we have Maguire in goal, I think that he'll play for Chelsea. And
Maguire in goal?
No, Maguire in defense. Sorry, Maguire in defense.
I was like, sorry, Harry Maguire.
I thought he was trying to bang a joke or something.
No, Harry Maguire in defense. He'll basically play for Chelsea, and then.
Sorry.
I wouldn't want him to play with Lindelof, but Oli will play him with Lindelof. I would want Bailly to play because Chelsea are a good team and they've got fast players. But I'm very undecided on that partnership of Maguire and Lindelof. But we can score a goal because we've got players like Bruno, we've got players like Rashford, we've got players like who else basically? Dan James is in good form right now. Paul Pogba won't be back for the game. I hope that Cavani is back for the game. I hope that Van de Beek's back for the game. I know that Van de Beek won't start even if he's 100% fit and Bruno's got a knock. Bruno would start over Van de Beek, but I just think that it would give the squad a huge boost going into that game.
Yeah, and what are your score predictions for that game, bro?
Being a United fan, I would say 2-1 United.
Fair enough, yeah. And what about Palace as well?
Yeah, Palace is probably, like I mentioned, the easiest game in our upcoming games. When you look at it, we've got City, West Ham, and even though we've beat West Ham twice this season already, once in the league and once in the FA Cup, they have been performing really well this season. And I think that they won't, Jesse won't be able to play against us because of the loan, the loan thing that the Premier League has. So the easiest game in the coming weeks is going to be Crystal Palace. And if we aren't able to beat Crystal Palace, I don't think that United deserve to have that second spot, because Leicester have been performing really well and
Yeah.
they're right on our tail, and they are basically level on points. And if we manage to somehow mess up, even if we play really well but not win the game, Leicester are gonna overtake us in the league, and that is also a massive game for United. Not in terms of the hype, because Chelsea game is way bigger, but then looking at the upcoming games after that game, that should be the game where United should basically stamp their authority and go into the City fixture with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, fair enough. I think, yeah, from my perspective then as well, like, because obviously we played Manchester United on Sunday as well, it's going to be obviously another tough game. I guess a different style of game to what we played against Atletico Madrid, because United might come at us a bit more, which showed against Southampton we kind of struggled with. So in that sense, it's Manchester United. Like, the last time we beat Manchester United was in the league, that is 2017, I believe. Morata's header. I don't know if you guys remember Morata's header against United at the Bridge. That's the last time we beat United in the league. Otherwise, we haven't beaten them since. So we're so overdue a win against these lot. And then somehow Maguire just pays VAR before the game, bro. Every time, like, there's been 3 incidents where Maguire's got away with stuff, man. It's just like, don't even know at this point. But yeah, it's just important that we keep this momentum going as well, because obviously, like I said before, we've got Liverpool coming up, Everton, and we've dropped so many points like back in the past in like November, December time. So we have to make up ground for that as well. But
what would be your score prediction for that game?
Score prediction for the game, I'll probably say 2-1 as well. To Chelsea, not to United, by the way. But 2-1, yeah. I reckon we will concede, because United are most scorers in the league. Their away form is really good as well. So I see them scoring, but I just think we'll have too much for them, in the sense that the way we did hurt Manchester United last season was in the semi-final when we played a back 3, back 5, which I don't think Ollie could cope with, in a sense. So I think we could do some damage against United. And
but last season we were struggling to break teams that basically sat in a low block, like Chelsea did in that semi-final. But this season, what we've seen is United are able to break that low block, but they're struggling against the top 6 sides, so-called top 6 sides. This season, which we were beating last season quite handily.
That's true as well. Yeah, that's true, to be fair as well. Like, you guys have definitely improved in that area, which I'm worried about as well. But I've always said, like, this week, especially dropping points against Southampton and United winning, I believe the gap is like we just check the gap. It's 6 points at the moment. So if you guys win that, then obviously it goes to 9. But if we win, we close the gap a bit as well. But I think if United win, I don't think there's no chance we're going to catch Manchester United. I think unless they go on a horrible run, we pick up points. But this is important for us, because we need to put some pressure on Leicester, put some pressure on United, and give a bit of a scare to the other teams as well. And yeah, our final ball just has to be much, much better, which has been lacking, as I said before. But yeah, then we've got Liverpool after that as well on the Thursday. Again, it's going to be a tough game, regardless of what form they're in. They haven't won in 4 home games, so in that sense, it's going to be difficult anyway. I think they've got Diogo Jota back as well in training and
I
stuff.
saw a few pictures of Van Dijk training, so he won't play. I'm not saying he will play, but then that could be a boost for the team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, 100%. They got. I think Jota will probably play against us most likely, but yeah, it all depends how this Manchester United result goes. Like, I'm not sure if I bring Thiago Silva back just yet, just because Christensen's performing really well. I'll maybe bring him back for Liverpool, just so that he's proper ready and stuff. And then say if we are beating Man United, say 2-0 or something, then maybe I'd bring on Thiago Silva in the second half, give him some minutes, give Christensen a rest, and hopefully he can get into the swing of things. And yeah, hopefully we can beat Liverpool, because we're due a win there as well. Like, we haven't beaten Liverpool in ages as well in the league. I can't remember the last time, actually. I think it might have been like I think David Luiz is free. No, we drew that game as well. No, I can't remember, to be fair, the last time we beat Liverpool in the league. We obviously beat them in FA Cup last season. And yeah, we have to keep this rotten Anfield run going, man, for them. We just have to beat them, to be honest. But
2 very interesting games there, I must
no,
say.
it is, to be fair, yeah, it is. But yeah, just before we wrap this up then, Kunal, should we do a quick combined 11? You guys can get involved as well if you want. We'll
Yeah,
do a quick
surely.
combined 11 for Chelsea United. So are we going based off form or ability, or what are you man saying?
Overall.
Overall, so just for,
Overall, but yeah,
okay,
just go with
interesting.
overall.
Okay, so a goalkeeper, I guess. De Gea, it has to be De Gea, right? Surely.
Has to be De Gea, right?
Yeah. No arguments for that.
Mendy might be in better form right now, but over the years, De Gea has just proved himself to be a top class keeper. He has had a bit of a dip
Because if
in
this was
form.
form, I
Yeah.
would have gone Mendy, but because
Yeah.
it's overall, then De Gea. Right back, it has to be Azpilicueta, right? Surely, right back.
Has to be Azpilicueta, even though I think that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is better defensively than Azpilicueta, but what
Ooh, I don't
Azpilicueta
know.
offers
Yeah.
is his overall game is way better, and he has that leadership quality, which I don't think that Wan-Bissaka has.
Yeah.
So I would pick him over Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah. Centre back. So Thiago Silva's obviously slotting in there.
Yeah.
Who's
He
going
is.
next? Who's going next to him? So
Maguire.
I'll just read out some
Maguire.
options. So Maguire, what do you think, Maguire?
No way.
Okay, I was gonna say. So a few options.
I got shocked for a second. How is Shivam saying Maguire?
No way.
So we've got a few options.
I would
Zuma.
pick Eric Bailly over Maguire. I'm not saying that he goes into his team, but then I would take Eric Bailly over Maguire.
You know what you should do? Stick Maguire in, yeah, and stick a Chelsea shirt on top of him because you know he's going to score own goal at some point with his big head.
Maguire against Chelsea, man, I swear.
Maguire against Chelsea does perform.
He turns into Cafu against us, man. I swear to
there
God.
you
And
go.
he always gets away with VAR, I swear, man. First the Batshuayi thing, then the elbow and Azpilicueta, bro. Every time. And you just, don't get me started on. But anyway, we got a few options. So we got, obviously, Maguire, Lindelof, Bailly, Zuma, Rudiger, Christensen. Out of those six, who goes next to Thiago Silva? What do you guys think?
I think Christensen, because just because
overall, by the way, as well.
Yeah, Bailly has been very inconsistent and he's always injured. Lindelof is a decent defender, but he needs somebody. He hasn't been basically a top class defender like we expected him to be, because Mourinho bought him thinking that he would turn into what Van Dijk did for Liverpool. He thought that Lindelof could do that for United. So
we'll go Christensen.
Not Lindelof. Christensen is my pick.
Okay, then left back. So options are Shaw, Chilwell, Alonso.
I mean, I won't take an argument on that. Luke Shaw goes
yeah,
in
to be
there.
fair, I'll give you Luke Shaw. I'll give you Luke Shaw. Yeah. Wait, what formation are we going for? We'll go 4-2-3-1.
4-3-3 because that's a staple, or 4-2-3-1. Basically.
Yeah. We'll go 4-2-3-1. So one of the DMs has to be Kante, 100%.
Kante, definitely.
Who goes?
Definitely.
I'd probably say Matic next to Kante, but
nah.
You don't think?
Nah.
Fred.
I don't think Matic should go.
Man said Fred, you know.
Fred could.
He's done well.
Play.
He has done well.
He's done well, and he could really complement Conte because both of them are really tenacious. Both of them win the ball really well, and one thing Conte has over Fred is a great shot on him. So both of them, even though they're short in height and they can't get on the end of headers, both of them could really well complement each other.
Well, what were you guys saying then? Who's going next to Kante? What do you think? I'd say Matic, but I want to get your guys' thoughts. Who's going next to Kante?
With the other options.
Oh, so like, so you can
Jorginho,
put Van der Beek,
Scott McTominay, Van der Beek, Pogba. Pogba goes in there.
McTominay. Nah, McTominay.
Pogba.
McTominay scored goals against
from our side, you've got Kovacic, you've got Jorginho.
Even though Pogba's injured right now, I would play Pogba next to Conte.
To be fair, this is like overall. So
and we've seen Pogba perform next to Conte.
If this was form, then definitely like Kante and Pogba are not going in this if there's a form. But yeah, so we're going Kante, Pogba in the two. Then we'll go on the left first, left mid or left wing, should I say? So options are Pulisic.
This is a tough one because we've got Pulisic and Rashford. I don't think any
could chuck in Werner at the left. Actually, no, I don't see Werner left wing. I'm not putting Werner left wing now. Sorry, man.
Not yet.
But yeah, it's a tough one. Man,
has to be Rashford, right?
It has to be Rashford.
Yeah,
I think yeah.
I mean, he is the most valuable player in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
How could you not add him?
When did Medico be like, oh no, he's not Mbappe, Holland, isn't it?
Shut up, man.
Oh no, you know who goes in that team? Sancho. Oh wait, they didn't buy him.
Oh, shade, the shade, bro, the shade. Anyway, yeah, we'll move on.
You know what? Kepa should be in as well.
Without Sancho, we beat Leeds 6-2. If we had Sancho, we would have probably beaten them 10-2.
We could have bought Haaland then. We could have bought Haaland. Where's the correct?
Move yourself. I beg
Nah.
you.
Get Haaland.
Oh, not this Haaland talk. Guys, we're going off topic. Anyway,
Leeds, man. Born in Leeds.
Who's going Cam? Who's going Cam?
Bruno.
So options.
Nobody over him.
What option is it, Bruno?
Yeah, Bruno. Yeah. I do want to make a case for Mason Mount on the right, though.
I was gonna say Mason Mount for Pogba, you know.
No, I want to put Mason Mount on the right. I think Mason
the only
Mount,
reason, I mean, I could hear that argument, but the only reason that I would pick Pogba with Conte is because they perform really well for France and they have played together, and we've seen them perform at the top level.
I think Mason Mount goes on the right, though. I think he 100% goes on the right.
Yeah.
Over James,
I don't think that
Ziyech.
anybody from United has a shout for that right hand spot. So Mount can, and I would sneakily put in Ziyech there, even though he hasn't performed really well this season.
The thing is, like, overall, it's hard because overall you just know, like, what Ziyech has done with Ajax is mad, but it's tough. It's a toss-up between Ziyech and Mount. Okay, what about you guys? Ziyech or Mount on the right? What are you saying?
Mount.
Has to be Mount.
We'll put Mount there. And then striker, just read out the options. So we've got Cavani, Giroud. Oh, that's a tough one. Cavani, Giroud, Tammy.
No, it's not. How's that a tough one? It's Cavani.
Yeah, Cavani has been. If you're looking at overall, Cavani has been the best.
As well.
Even though Giroud has
Martial, guys, it's Martial. That's it.
Nah, it's Cavani. It has to be Cavani.
Just remember that Martial has a Ballon d'Or clause in him.
I mean, I'll tell you something about Giroud. Giroud was the main striker for France when France won the World Cup, but he didn't have a single goal in the World Cup.
Yeah, but the reason why
he is a decent player.
He
is a decent player, no doubt. But then Cavani takes it.
I don't know.
Cavani takes it by a mile, man. There's no I don't know in this. We get that Drew's underappreciated.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I have to back Darmish and say Drew. You know.
Okay, so it's a draw. Okay, what we'll do is, guys.
Your point was irrelevant once you said Haaland to Leeds. So shut your mouth.
And the only reason he's doing this is because Cavani plays for United now. If Cavani was still at PSG, he would pick Cavani.
I hate Chelsea.
I remember he said Cavani to Leeds at one point as well. Remember this?
Huh?
Remember when you said during the summer, oh, Cavani to Leeds.
Yeah, because it was about to happen.
Shut up. He's like,
it was about to happen. I've still got the graphics of him in the league shit.
Anyway, okay. What we'll do is we'll leave it to everyone at home. Then who goes up front? Then is it Cavani or is it Giroud in our combined 11? And
vote on the Instagram page. Once the video is live, we'll put a story up on Instagram.
Yes, let's do it. Why not? Anyways, guys, cheers again as usual for coming on and stuff. If you're new around here, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter as well. And just before we end as well, just want to say our deepest condolences and tragic events that happened in America with Tiger Woods. Suffered a car crash, and also from everyone at If I Speak, we just want to give our wishes to Alison's father, who sadly passed away. And yeah, guys, we'll see you next week.